Hey YouTube, it's Rob the Roadside Driver again. I'm heading out to a call, but I decided to answer a question that I get asked all the time. And that is, how do I get into roadside assistance as to, having my own business or whatever? The first thing you want to do is to register your business. And there's several ways to do that. You could do a DBA, which is basically you registering the business under your own name. It all depends on the tax bracket you want to be in. Alright, so you could do a DBA, you could do an LLC, or you could do a corporation. Those are like the three most popular ways to do it. If you're going to be doing it by yourself, I recommend you only do a DBA or LLC. Alright? I'll explain in another video the differences between DBA, LLC, and corporation. But for now, first thing you want to do is register your business. After you do that, the second thing you want to do is get commercial liability insurance, because no company is going to give you work or business if you don't have liability insurance. The average company like Allstate, Road America, Geico, Cross Country, Ajero, any one of these companies will not take you if you don't have liability insurance. And usually they require a minimum of $500,000 in liability insurance, which sounds worse than it actually is, because it's not very expensive to get liability insurance anymore. Years ago it was, but now not so much. I mean, you could get it through some car insurance companies do it, like Geico and stuff. But on average, if you hop on Google and you Google commercial liability insurance, there's a lot of companies now that do it, online, or their info will be online and you could call and get a quote or whatever. So you need to have those two basic things in the beginning. You have to register your business and you have to have liability insurance. Outside of the obvious, which you have to have a good service vehicle. It doesn't have to be a truck or a tow truck or whatever. It could be a car, but your vehicle has to be very presentable, professional looking, and you have to be able to have proper signage on it, because most of these companies will require that you send them pictures of the vehicle that you plan to use. Alright, so that's the first two most important things you need. Register your business, and you're going to need commercial liability insurance. Now, as for registering your business, I can't really tell you that, because it depends on what state you're in. Every state has different rules and regulations as to registering your business. But I know here in the tri-state area, you could do it online. You could hop on to your local DRS site, Department of Revenue Service, and you're able to, they'll have like a category to register a business. You could do it online. It's not like in the past where you had to fill out forms and mail it in and wait, and you could get your license almost instantly. Right? So after you get those two things done, then you have to figure out what company you want to work with, or companies that you want to work with. There's a lot of them out there now. I mean, the bigger ones, some of the bigger ones is like Allstate, Geico, Ajero, Road America. And then now in the millennial age, there's companies like Honk, which is basically honk, like when you honk your horn, H-O-N-K, which is basically they operate through an app, and they like Uber, they track you based on where you are, and and if there's a call within that area, they work with whoever is closest to the call, basically. And of course, with all these companies, it's performance based, so you're rated, just like everything else now in society. You're rated based on your performance. So the better your performance, then the more work you'll get. The worse your performance, the less work you'll get. And I have a video on my YouTube channel, Rob the Roadside Driver, or you can go on my website, theroadsidedriver.com, that basically I try to show you the most essential tools, like the minimum that you will need to effectively be a road service technician, because that's technically what you'll be. And also it opens the door for you to, depending on how big or how your situation where you are, you could have employees, and they track now all these people, all state, everybody, they track you now by location. So they have apps that, so they have apps that they use to track you, or you and your employees, to see where you are, and they send you calls that way. As long as your performance is good, you're not damaging people's cars and stuff like that, then that's how they send you work. So that's like the basic way to get into roadside assistance. Bear in mind that when you just get into it, you will not be getting a lot of work. It takes a little time for them to build up basically a trust in your business, and that you'll be able to do the work efficiently. Meaning you get there on time, you get there within a timely manner, within the time that you told them you would be there in, and your appearance when you get there, both your vehicle and your physical appearance. So you probably don't want to turn up in basketball shorts and a tank top, because customers will complain about stuff like that. So you want to be very presentable. If you could maybe have a, depending on your shirt or your jacket or whatever, if it has like your business name or your logo on there, or at minimum you have on a reflective vest that brings you across as very professional. So even if you're not as good at the job in the beginning, you'll look like so once people will be more comfortable in somebody that has a professional appearance, as opposed to someone that looks like they just left the gym, So professional appearance, professional looking vehicle, and the way you interact with the customer needs to be professional. So you don't want to be like yo, you want to do it professionally, and your business will build. Your ratings will go up, and your business will build. So those are the things that you want to do. Just bear in mind that it's not going to be an overnight thing where you're going to sign up and you're going to get like 1,000 jobs. It doesn't work like that. It's a building process. You got to put yourself in the shoes of the insurance people. Like, you don't know this person that technically you're hiring, even though it's your own business. You don't know them from anywhere, so you don't know what they're capable of doing. So you're not gonna throw a whole bunch of work their way until they're able to prove themselves over time that they're able to handle the work. So you definitely want to check out my video again, shameless plug, on YouTube, Rob the Roadside Driver, or you could go to my website, theroadsidedriver.com, and I have a video on there that will show you like the basic stuff that you'll need. What kind of jack, jumping device, lockout kit, and you definitely need a fuel bottle for fuel delivery. So those are like the four, if you're not towing, those are like the four main service calls you're gonna get. So you're gonna get either somebody with a flat tire, somebody who needs a jump, somebody who's locked out of their car, or somebody that ran out of gas. Those are like the four main things. There are other things that could come into play, you know, like upselling and stuff, you know, you might, which is not something usually that most road service providers will offer, which is like fixing a flat tire, like physically fixing the tire, or selling a battery, or installing a battery. Well, those are other things that I'll talk about in later videos, but for now, basic thing you need, or the basic things that you need, is to register your business, get liability insurance, fill out the applications of whatever company you want to associate with. You want to have a professional vehicle, very clean, good signage, and professional appearance. Those are the main things you want to start with, and then we could go on from there. Again, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Take care.